Happy Valentine's Day! It's been a really long time since I've posted, but I got this idea from a video that I made 8 years ago. It was one of my very first videos. I am going to show you my little version of chocolate covered strawberries, and I just kept going and I came up with the pretzels and the cake pops as well. So I'm scrolling through all the materials, and like I said, I kind of started the technique for the strawberries a long time ago, and I've made some revisions, and I think that it'll give you a better looking strawberry. So here are the strawberries that I made originally 8 years ago. I kept in a sandwich bag and that video is on YouTube, of course. So before I show you the new technique for our chocolate covered strawberries, I'm just gonna ask that you please subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. And check out some of the old videos. I'm sure that you'll enjoy them. So we're going to start with a frill pick. Now, I actually ordered these from Party City, but I'm going to give you a little hint and a little clue to get them from the Dollar Tree because we need to open them up, and they open up a lot easier with the more inexpensive one. So what we're going to do is we are going to apply a little ball of glue, and we are going to continue to turn the frill pick. We want to turn it because we don't want that glue to kind of lean forward to either side. We want to try to keep it as circular as possible. So we're going to continue to circle around the frill pick as it cools. When it starts to cool a little bit, you'll take another pick and you will slowly pull. We're kind of trying to create the teardrop shape, but you're going to keep the frill pick in constant motion because you want to kind of mold the hot glue while it's still warm. And as it's cooling, you'll see the shape take form. I'm not going to pull the other toothpick anymore. I'm just going to hold it to try to create that teardrop shape to look like a strawberry. This takes some time. I actually sped up the tape during editing, so it takes a little bit longer. Just take your time. You're going to try this multiple times before you kind of get your technique down. But here we are with a nice teardrop shape that looks like a strawberry. Once it's kind of cool, you get your shape. You can clip it off. You can use scissors or trimmers. Sometimes it's better to use the nail clippers. So now that you have your nice teardrop shape, we are going to paint. Now, if you're just doing the strawberries alone, then I would apply 2 coats, but we're going to be covering this up with our quote-unquote chocolate. So just 1 coat of red is fine. Just make sure that you get it toward the bottom. You don't even have to cover the top of the strawberry. Make sure you get the bottom nice and neat. You might need a smaller brush. I was having difficulty with my paintbrush. So in order to let everything dry, we're just going to use styrofoam. Just put it in place and it's super convenient. So once it's dry, we're going to use puff paint for the chocolate, which is nice, quick, and easy. Now, I wasn't sure if it would be easier just to remove the pointed cap and just actually dip our frill pick into it, but I think this looks fine. And again, we'll set it on the styrofoam to dry. And our next step is to drizzle our white chocolate. So we're using white puff paint and thread. We're going to take the thread and cover it with the paint and just lightly apply, and we'll spin our frill pick in order for the paint to go all the way around. That looks really nice. So of course you're going to make at least 12. I would start with a dozen. We're going to put them all on our styrofoam to dry. And once it's dry, we will seal everything with Mod Podge. Use clippers to remove the rest of the toothpick and a little green marker to cover up the exposed toothpick. So that is our chocolate covered strawberry. And I adore it. It's so cool. So I wanted to keep going, so I decided to try to do pretzels. So we take a wooden dowel and I'm using makeup. You could use chalk, just brown, and we're going to just layer it until we get that nice brown pretzel look. Nice baked look. And next I'm using a pen to apply very small drops of glue to our pretzel. And I love this part. This part is super cool. I love how this turned out. I have like this glitter, like white iridescent. I am going to dip that in and then tap off the excess. And I think this is so cool. It looks like the salt that is on the pretzels. So I was super excited. Like I was so geeked. I took pictures and showed it to my sister. And then of course we'll add the puff paint because we're going to put our chocolate on the pretzels. And I'm just going to clip a piece off, but we still need something that we could hold and touch. So again, we're using our styrofoam so that everything can dry without us having to handle anything. And also again, we're going to use our thread and our paint to put the white chocolate across. And it's like no wrong way to do it. You don't have to be neat or anything. A nice little drizzled look. Again, once that's dry, we'll seal it up. I am using my pet clippers to cut off the excess. Oops. Here we go. And we'll just use a nail file to even that out. Nice and even. And a little more paint to cover up the exposed part. And there's our pretzel, which I absolutely love. So I thought I was through, but I had all these cut toothpicks. So I said, let me just grab a bead, glue this bead onto the cut toothpicks, and we'll make a cake pop with that. So we're using the exact same technique. We're going to cover it with the puff paint, put it on the styrofoam to dry. And when it's dry, we'll use a little thread to put the drizzled lines in. And then when that's dry, we will cover with Mod Podge. And then I am going to use my clippers to clip a little bit. You still need the little handle for the cake pop. I don't know what you call that, a handle, a stick? I don't know. So a few more decorating options. We could use glitter on our strawberries. And I also cut up some colored paper and made little sprinkles. So that's really cool. So I've talked about inspiration a lot. I'm so inspired by Barbie.travel. She has an amazing Instagram and YouTube. Please check it out. A few months ago, I actually purchased this from her. She makes these awesome miniature foods and she sells them. So please check it out. I bought this assorted box of chocolates and it was just presented so beautifully. Everything is glued inside and the box is so pretty. So I was inspired to do a box as well. And so I drew out the lines for my box and I'm using a ruler to help me with the folds. And as I am folding, I realized, oops, I totally forgot like the front part of the box. So I was like so bummed. And so instead of creating a whole new box from scratch, I just cut out this extra piece to glue to the bottom, and then we'll use the tabs to attach to the top piece. So now I finally have a full completed box. And what I just did for no reason, I just threw a little piece of felt in there and I crinkled up some tissue paper, laid that in our bootleg box, and then we started to put the items in. We're gonna put our CakePops in. We're gonna put our super awesome pretzels in, which I absolutely love. And I actually had to glue those strawberries in, which I didn't want to do, but they're so small and they just would not stay in place. But we could take out the pretzels and the CakePops if we want to. How cool is that? So I wanted to decorate the box. So I just went online, Googled some images, printed that out, glued it to the box, and added a little ribbon to the sides. Super cute. I absolutely love our box. But then I also wanted to do like a edible arrangements basket. So I got a bottle cap and I pressed it into our styrofoam, and it just tears apart really easily. So we're going to take that piece that fits into our bottle cap, push it all the way down, and then I am going to cover with scrapbooking paper. Super quick, easy. You got a quick basket. And so to fit our pretzels in, I'm just going to make little holes. So I dug out some holes with scissors, and I am going to insert our pretzels. Guys, I just absolutely love the pretzels. And the cute part is that it's like no wrong way to kind of decorate it or whatever. And I'm also adding our CakePops. Super cute. And what I did was I made more strawberries, but instead of cutting them, I just kept them attached to the frill picks or toothpicks, either way. And so I kept them attached and I inserted them into the styrofoam. I wanted them to be different lengths, so I trimmed a little at an angle so that it still has the point so it can go right into the styrofoam. And so it makes a really awesome display. I also just tore up a little bit of the tissue paper and just tried to like kind of stuff it and fill the open spots so that we won't see any styrofoam. And I used a little piece of the cut toothpick to kind of poke that through. That part is just really easy. You just covering up the open spots. We don't want to see anything. But it's just adorable. I absolutely love it. I've been trying to think of like a cute edible arrangement kind of thing. Lastly, I added a bow to our display and it is adorable. So for Valentine's Day, our little dollies get to enjoy their chocolate covered treat, their strawberries, their pretzels, and the CakePops. Again, this was so fun and I absolutely loved it. And guys, it's been a really long time since I posted. So much has happened. I promise you, I'll do a video kind of talking about, what's been going on. All good things. I just really need to work on my time management because I always need to make time for these videos because they're super fun to do and I have missed doing them. And I also have some great ideas for the future. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for reaching out. People have been reaching out to me while I've been gone, and I thank you. So hit me up on social media. Leave comments, of course. You know I love to hear from you. I really, really appreciate it. And for leaving a comment on a previous video, we're going to officially welcome Louis Fitzpatrick to the red carpet. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the next video. And remember, it's more fun to make it.